Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to demo here K3D with API and web. Um, Deploying an API and a web application into a Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so let's begin. First, we're going to tear down the existing cluster that we created. Cluster delete VWX cluster. Okay, we're going to start from scratch. Okay, so let's check K3D cluster list. So we don't have any clusters at the moment. Now we're going to create a cluster, and we have a copy and pasted command here. This one. So what this does is it's going to create a cluster, and it's going to, I don't know, attach a load balancer range, so 31,000 to 31,005, and we're going to plan to deploy to 31001 for our API and 31002 for our web. So let's create a cluster. And you paranoid, it's silicon to me. Right, so we have our cluster. Let's check our cluster if it's created. Cluster info. So we have a cluster info. Now we want to deploy first our API. And our API here, we already have a defined um, deployment.yaml. So what the deployment.yaml here does is it's going to use this container which is published to our Docker Hub repository, and it's going to use that image to create a service. So our service here, since it's a .NET, it's using um, port 8080, and then we're going to our port 80 here, our node port is going to target the port 8080 of our .NET application, and our node port is 31001. So this one is the port that is going to be accessible um, in the browser. So let's apply our um, our deployment YAML. So it's going to be kubectl apply the file deployment.yaml. So now we have our API, and then we are going to then check if the service is already running. So yeah, the service is running. So let's go to our .NET Web, and let's also apply the deployment file here. This is going to use an image that was published to our Docker Hub, but the image that we are now going to use is the image for our web application, which is an Angular application. So let's apply, then let's check the service web, and it's being applied. So now we want to use a dashboard to view our application. So we're going to apply this file here, which is going to create a dashboard or something, and create a service account, and then create the cluster rule binding, and then create the secrets, and then create a proxy. Oops, what's this? So I think it's already listening to it. What we just need to do now is create a token. Then let's launch this application or page. So it's going to, what's this? Could be made because of the, what? What? Okay, so maybe let's just check if our applications are already deployed. 31002 for our web, and it's already running. And 31001 weather forecast for our API, and it's already running. So that's it. I'm not sure what's going on with our Docker, our dashboard, our kubectl dashboard. Listening to, okay, and why is this not giving me my dashboard? No connection could be made because the target machine actively refuses it. I don't know. Okay, but the important thing here is our web and our API are already running. So if we want to update that web, just stick around for the next video, which is going to be maybe next week. All right, good night. Happy coding, everyone. Thanks.